Okay, today I'm gonna be going over how to kick people in the leg, okay? Specifically, low kicks, okay? There's two main variations of low kick that I find to be very effective, okay? When I'm throwing low, trying to chop primarily above the knee, right? A couple inches above the knee right here on the mid-thigh area, right? Not talking about calf kicks necessarily, but you can also throw these styles of kicks to the calf, right? Two primary ways that I use to chop the leg. Okay, one is a more traditional lumberjack style round kick where I take a step out to the side, plant my heel on my opposite leg shoots up to the ceiling, and then I chop down. Okay, my other primary method for kicking the leg is where I don't pivot this leg at all and I kick up almost like I'm kicking a soccer ball at a slight 45-degree angle. I come up and I kick the leg, okay? Again, chopping down or coming up, okay? Here's a few details that are gonna help you out, okay? With the first style of round kick that we're gonna go over, the soccer round kick, okay? Where I don't pivot this foot, I'm not really trying to telegraph this kick, I'm just gonna come up with it and connect up on the thigh, okay? Coming up like I'm kicking a soccer ball, okay? Couple details that make this kick work really, really well. The nice thing about this kick is it doesn't require a ton of setup. It's a quick, sort of fast twitch kick. A few things that I think make this work really well. One is, again, I'm not stepping out, I'm not pivoting, I'm not elevating like I would if I were kicking to the body. I'm not trying to build height up onto my kick. Okay, I'm keeping my foot right where it's at and I'm just flicking it out. Okay, not a full bend and extend, right? Just letting my knee bend a little bit, nice, slightly, and then extending kind of towards the end there, okay? Again, this is a very quick low kick. Just kind of comes out. I don't even need to step in on it as long as I'm in range for the kick, right? Like if I'm kind of just at jab range, I know I can land this kick with some power too. I mean, this is not a gentle kick, okay? This can be a very powerful, effective kick. And I can kind of just flick it out there. Okay, the potential risk of throwing this kick without a setup, however, is that because of the angle I'm kicking at, if someone goes to check or even just kind of knee into this, you might run into the knee on the kick, which sucks. That sucks. Don't do that, right? So you can set this up, a couple jabs, whatever, 1, 2, or 3, and then just kind of throw it out there. One detail that I really emphasize when teaching this kick is my hand. My hands, both of them, really, in general. When I'm throwing this kick, I don't like to swing. I don't like to swing the hand that I'm kicking with on this one because this is a closer range kick than this long sort of chopping kick, right? This is a very close range sort of kick, right? You can kind of see it. I'm right here. I'm not really creating a ton of distance. I'm not turning. I'm not taking my head off center line. Everything is staying perfectly in line, and then I'm just coming up with the kick, just flicking it out there. So I don't like to swing this. I don't like to swing this at all. Because shots are going to start coming, counters are going to start coming. Okay, so I just keep this hand glued right to my face when I throw this kick. Which may feel a little funny at first, but give it a try. It works really well in sparring. That way, if any counters start coming down the middle, you have something there to protect yourself. Jabs, right? Works really well, works really effectively. Again, I don't like to swing this arm. I don't even really like extending it because I don't think it gets me anything more than just leaving it on the guard. So that's a little detail that's going to help this kick work really well. Let's move on to our Muay Thai chopping lumberjack style round kick, the one every coach is going to teach you for a reason. This is a highly effective, highly powerful kick, okay? For this kick, technique-wise, I'm taking a step out with my lead foot off to the side. Unlike a body kick, again, I'm not elevating. I'm not coming up, looking to build height on this kick. I'm looking to come down, put my weight, plant it, stomp my heel on the ground, and then chop down through the leg, okay? Again, not building height. I'm coming down, chopping hard, stomping my heel on the ground so that I can gain power on this leg kick. I like to think of this as, again, elevating my heel to the ceiling, almost like I'm throwing a question mark kick, okay? I'm just bringing my heel up to the ceiling. And my knees line of path, like the direction my knee is traveling here, it's kind of up at a 45. I'm not necessarily coming straight up, although you could step out, come straight up, turn, and kick, right? But it's kind of coming up at a 45-degree angle slightly, not quite 45, but at a slight angle, stomping my heel on the ground, elevating the heel, and then I'm going down on this kick. Okay, chopping the leg in half, right? Stepping out, stomping on the heel, elevating the heel to the ceiling, coming down. Okay, that is the lumberjack style chopping round kick. I step out, stomp my heel on the ground, up, down. Speaking, this isn't like a set in stone rule, but if I'm throwing a combination, no matter what it is, right? Whatever hand I finish my combination with, generally we kick with the opposite side leg because our weight is planted on that leg. So it allows for us to drive into the kick, right? If I throw a jab cross hook, weight should be on my back leg, and that allows for me to drive and put power into my kick. Okay, so that's why we teach it that way, right? If I were to throw a jab cross, there would be weight here. I can drive off of this leg and kick with that one, right? So maybe put this into practice on the bag or in sparring, throwing a combination no matter what it is, ending with the lead hand here so that I can drive off my back leg and chopping some people's legs, okay? I would set this one up. Now, the question everyone likes to ask all the time, what do I do with my hands when I kick? Especially this big chopping kick. Okay, when I'm kicking people's legs, you tend to be a little bit closer, I think, than when you're kicking the body or head, right? Like body kicks generally connect more with the foot. This one's kind of a combination of the foot and the shin, which is totally fine, to be honest, right? You don't necessarily need to land these kicks with like pure shin every time. It doesn't need to happen that way, okay? Kicks that land with the foot hurt too, okay? And they do damage, right? And if you're kicking like a heavy bag or if you're doing pad work with a partner, generally when you land on here, it should be some combination of the foot and the shin, right? This lower part right here, lower 6 inches of the shin and some of the foot, realistically, if your range is correct. If you're right at the end of your jab, you should, generally speaking, be able to throw this kick and land. And land with some of the shin, some of the foot, depending on your proportions. But that's a pretty general range management for most people. Okay, so what do I do with my hands when I throw this kick, right? Am I reaching? That feels good, right? That feels defensively responsible. Am I keeping it glued to my guard? Sure, that feels great, right? It feels very defensively responsible. Maybe you're worried about counters. Maybe they've hit you with a couple counters and you've gone, I don't want to get hit again. So you leave it up, totally acceptable. Maybe he's not doing anything. He's not countering you at all. Your setups are really good. Your boxing is working you into these kicks really well. So you swing the arm for power. You say, I just want to chop this, right? You know, you're doing really well and you just swing that arm. All three perfectly acceptable answers. They all work. They all have different purposes. Okay? Early in a fight, first round, I come out, I touch gloves. I'm working these low kicks, right? I'm trying to chop the leg, slow my partner down, slow my opponent down. I might want to play it safe, okay? Which means I might just keep this hand right here, both of my hands glued to my head. I touch gloves, I'm playing it safe. Maybe I just keep this glued here. I'm throwing my jabs, jab cross hook, right? I'm leaving this hand up and I just, right? I'm trying to see, I'm like testing the waters. Seeing what my opponent's gonna do. Is he gonna rush me? Is he gonna eat the kick and throw a punch? Is he gonna try and check? I'm testing the waters here. So I'm being very defensively responsible. I'm keeping my hands up, throwing combinations, chopping the leg, okay? Later into the fight, he's throwing counters. I'm eating them on my guard, but that's maybe not best. Maybe I just don't want him to throw at all. So I start extending. Instead of keeping this on my guard, I put something out there just to blind my partner to put something out there for them to see, okay? I'm setting my kicks up again, step out, stomping my heel on the ground, extending my arm out, putting something in their face. Okay, that's gonna prevent counters from coming down the middle. It's really, really hard to throw straight punches right down the middle when someone is putting this hand in your face, okay? So again, early in the fight, I'm playing it safe, keeping my hands close to my head. I step out, counters start coming, I don't like that. I'm just gonna put something in his face to prevent straight punches from coming down the pipe, okay? Let's say none of that is happening. I'm setting up my kicks really well. It's round 2, round 3 of the fight. Nothing's happening. I'm throwing my kicks defensively responsible. I'm setting them up, putting something out there, keeping it close to my guard. I'm not worried about the counter anymore. I'm gonna swing this arm and I'm gonna chop the leg hard, okay? Just moving here and I swing, okay? That's an instance where swinging the arm starts to become appropriate. You know you're not gonna get countered. Or maybe they start throwing counters and you just take your head off center line a little bit. So those straight punches don't land anymore. Here's something that a lot of coaches teach that I don't. I don't like it, okay? I think this is irresponsible to teach. I think it's irresponsible to do. In sparring, in fights, this could get you in trouble. A lot of people will teach swing the arm, and with my opposite hand here, bring it across. I don't like this. The problem with this is you're not defending this side of your head, okay? If I go to throw this low kick and my opponent decides to throw a high kick at the same time or slightly before I do, and I bring this across, I'm gonna get hit right on the temple, right there, with a shin or a foot, and that sucks, right? That's a knockout shot. That's dangerous, okay? I don't wanna bring this across. I'm not defending high kicks anymore. I'm keeping my opposite hand, whatever leg I'm kicking with, my opposite hand is staying glued to my head no matter what. The side of my face, I'm protecting it. Okay, I don't care if you swing, I don't care if you extend, I don't care if you keep it both right here. This one doesn't drop. That's an error, and it doesn't come across the block. That is a major error, okay? That is something that I don't like to be like stingy about most things in fighting, but that's one that I don't think you need to do at all. No, that's a mistake. Keep it glued to your face when you throw that chopping Muay Thai style round kick, okay? Plain and simple. If you're having a hard time with counters, this is not the way to address it. You either need to put something out there or you just need to keep this on your guard, okay? That's my guide to throwing low kicks. Hope I can be of support.